Environmental experts, Lagos State senior government officials, foreign partners and other stakeholders converge on Eco Hotel and Suites for the 5th Lagos International Conference to deliberate on how to finance water and sanitation for a greater Lagos. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy Kadri Hamzat also joined the gathering to analyze the importance of a clean environment, particularly concerning the cholera outbreak.
Distinguished guests, I am honored to stand before you today as the Honorable Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources to welcome you to the 5th edition of the Lagos State International Water Conference with the theme, Financing Water for a Greater Lagos. The conference serves as a platform for us to come together, share knowledge, and explore innovative solutions to address the challenges we face in ensuring sustainable water management in our great city, Lagos. Water is a fundamental resource that sustains life and plays a vital role in development and progress of any society. After over a decade, Lagos was able to sign and approve a WASH policy. This sets the tone and put us on a global pedestal, telling the world we are ready to address the issue of water, the issue of hygiene and sanitation.
Water pollution is a major issue.
The power of progress is driven by the power of partnership. And this governor, on your birthday, demonstrates the power of leadership. Leadership makes things happen. And as we mark the 10th anniversary since the passage of the 2014 Water for the World Act, I am also so proud that the United States has supported many countries on their journey, on their trajectory for progress, especially here in Nigeria. And we do that because Nigeria matters. It matters not just for this continent, but it matters for the world. We say, we all know the data, 1 in 5 Africans will be Nigerians. That we know that when Africa talks, when Nigeria talks, Africa and the world listens. So as I sit here and stand here with you today, I want to acknowledge that our water investments at USAID is driven by power. It is driven by the power of progress, the power of partnerships, and of course, the power of leadership.
Water pollution is a major issue the Consulate General of Denmark and Kingdom of Netherlands want the government to tackle urgently.
If you want to wash, now what do you go use? Now, that obviously is a statement. And one might not always agree with that, because water no get enemy if water is pure. But as soon as water is contaminated or water is flooding your streets or your house, you do have an issue. And in the Netherlands, we've been fighting water for centuries. And in the end, we managed to control it. Not always. We are also surprised sometimes by floods. But the importance of clean and potable water, I think that's one of the reasons why we're also here. We talk about WASH, we talk about waterborne diseases, how to prevent them. We talk about water treatment, sewage treatment plants. All of these are things in which we have built up knowledge that we're happy to share with Lagos. Coastal protection, one of them. Technology transfer, another one. And it is important because, as the other speakers also mentioned, there is a link with climate change. If you're not careful, the water will come from all sides. Well, we see the last weeks have been blessed with rain, which is probably great for the farmers, but poses a problem for the drainage system in Lagos. And that's one of the other things that I hope that we can get out of a conference like this. We know when the rainy season is. We know that we have gutters and canals and water treatment systems in this, our city of aquatic splendor. And yet, every time it's like, okay, we need to clean the gutters, because the gutters have been swamped with plastics, with debris, with people building housings on them. And it requires a systematic approach with systematic enforcement to make sure that it doesn't happen every year.
Water is one of the most important natural resources, and access to water is essential for a good life. 4 in 10 people in Nigeria do not have clean water close to home, putting them under constant threat from waterborne diseases like cholera. The more our climate changes, the more challenging it's become, as WaterAid is also mentioning. Every day, already fragile water supplies are even at greater risk of disappearing completely. The world has made huge progress in giving everyone, everywhere, the clean water that is their right. Yet climate change threatens to set us back decades and push more people into extreme poverty.
Professor Sev says it's important to leverage the private sector investment to enhance public water supply.
As we all know, Lagos stands as one of Africa's most populous and economically vibrant cities. Yet, it grapples with significant challenges in providing adequate clean water and sanitation as a balanced population. The provision of clean water and sanitation is not just a matter of basic human rights, it's also crucial for health, economic development, and social equity. However, the financing of water and sanitation infrastructure remains a critical hurdle, not only for Lagos State, but the country at large. We expect this event to explore various strategies to finance water and sanitation projects in Lagos, aiming for a greater Lagos that is inclusive, healthy, and prosperous. Needless to say that the outcome of this event will be of great interest as to us at the federal level. Lagos faces multifaceted challenges in the realm of water and sanitation. Rapid urbanization, inadequate infrastructure, population growth, climate changes are one of the challenges that Lagos State is facing. Many residents rely on informal water resources, leading to waterborne disease and health risk. Sanitation facilities are often inadequate, contributing to environmental pollution and public health hazards. Addressing these challenges requires concerted efforts and innovative financing mechanisms. The challenges we have today can be overcome when we look into the topic of today, which is financing one of the most critical resources, which is water, and its associated sanitation. One effective strategy for financing water and sanitation projects in Lagos is through public-private partnerships, the PPPs. PPPs involve collaboration between the government and the private sector to develop, finance, and operate infrastructure projects. In the context of water and sanitation, public-private partnerships can attract private investment, improve efficiency, and ensure sustainable service delivery. The government can leverage on private sector expertise and capital to upgrade infrastructure and expand coverage to underserved areas. Microfinance initiatives and community-based approaches offer promising avenues for financing water and sanitation projects at the grassroots levels. Microfinance institutions can provide small loans to individual groups and communities to invest in household water and sanitation facilities. Additionally, community-based organizations can mobilize resources and implement low-cost, decentralized solutions tailored to local needs, especially in the areas of operations and maintenance. By empowering communities and fostering ownership, these approaches promote facility and service sustainability and resilience. International development assistance plays a crucial role in financing water and sanitation projects in Nigeria.
Governor Sanwo-Olu linked the spread of cholera to lack of sanitation at the community level and the intake of contaminated water, which will be addressed once the Adiyan Scheme 2 water project is completed.
As we tackle these complex challenges of maintaining a safe, conducive, and livable state, we recognize the unique natural resources that makes Lagos renowned as a city of aquatic splendor. 1/3 of Lagos, by the way, is actually surrounded by water. Lagos is 3,670 square kilometers, and so 1/3 of that is really water. So really, what we have as a space for the over 24 million people is just about 2,300, 2,400 square kilometers. That's just like a little dot. It's like the Singapore of our time. It's a little dot. By extension, Ogun State is like 7-8 times the size of Lagos. Kaduna State is like 22 times or thereabout, or 14 times the size of Lagos. So you can see how big those states are as compared to Lagos. And so this appreciation drives what we see as our commitment to healthy living, to a clean environment, and effective water resource management. In the last 5 years, this administration has been dedicated to financing this conference. We're ensuring that ongoing discussion about strengthening water resource management has been, year on year, we've been pushing it. Our focus includes regulating the water sector, promoting the public-private partnership, which also the Honorable Minister also talked about, and we believe this will fill in the gaps and to bolster operational efficiency of our Lagos State Water Corporation. The Office of Wastewater Management is one of our regulatory agencies and other related agencies in the water sector. And so I believe this conference highlights our collective efforts in fostering partnership. I think Melissa had said that while she was speaking, to foster collaboration, leveraging resources, create expertise, community participation, very important, and international alliances to achieve better results in water and sanitation sector. Over the last 4 years, this conference has played a key role in the operationalization of the regulatory framework by establishing the Lagos Sanitation and Hygiene, the WASH Steering Committee. We gave a commitment to that, and we have a steering committee, and improving the coordination between service providers and the regulatory authorities. These achievements, along with valuable local and international interventions, have significantly, in our view, advanced our water and sanitation sector. We all talk about cholera and the outbreak that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. We've seen it because of the proactive nature of this government, with all sense of humility. It was a level of how well we're able to take a proactive step and transparently have a surveillance engagement where we can raise our voices and raise them early. That we've been able to stem the tide, we've been able to reduce an outbreak that will not only be local, but will have been very catastrophic. Water is so important to us as a government and as a people that we will not shy away from whatever is going to cost us. When we come back here next year for this yet another conference, ADIO 2, which will require tens of billions of naira, we should have been completing it. That is the commitment I want to leave here today. Whatever it's going to take, whatever resources is going to require for us to be able to complete a 70 million gallon water treatment plant that would change access to water, that would change availability to water, is committed. And if I'm making myself as an example, I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for real partners from the Federal Ministry of Environment, from all of our international development partners, to the private sector, that I see all of the very nicely done proposals, but nothing happens after the proposals. It's just been all proposals. We want boots on the ground. We want people that are committed and will take this forward. We want to move away from talk. We want to move to action. We want to move away from just rhetorics. It's the 5th year we're coming on a water conference. I want to see the outcomes and the outputs.
Meaningful outcomes from this 5th annual water conference will go a long way towards implementing solutions that will tackle water and sanitation problems in Lagos State.